Tom?
I'm here, Faith.
Good morning.
You feeling better this morning?
Oh, it's just better to be awake. What time is it?
It's not quite 7. You haven't slept very well.
I kept sliding in and out of dreams. They were very strange. All mixed up with the election. Frank did win, didn't he?
He did.
She's not even awake and she's thinking about the Ryans.
Frank was in trouble, only it wasn't Frank.
It was Patrick. She couldn't rest because she was dreaming of Patrick.
No.
Somehow Edmund was involved, too. Oh, never mind. You're already dressed.
I couldn't sleep well either. I was watching the sky lighten over the lake.
The lake is beautiful. The lake is cold and deep.
There's somebody else in this hotel because I smell bacon and eggs.
Well, how about some breakfast then?
Oh, that sounds great. Then I want to go outside and get as much fresh air, and trees, and color in my head as I possibly can.
Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it?
Ooh.
Are you cold?
I'm tired, I guess. But...
But what?
The lake looks isolated. It's lonely.
This morning, Tom.
Tom, this is beautiful. Oh. Standing here, I feel as if there isn't another living soul on earth. Just us.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
You cold?
No. To tell you the truth, I'm exhausted. My knees are trembling.
That's because you haven't recovered from the accident and the miscarriage. It was a long trip yesterday. You didn't sleep well last night.
Would you mind if we don't go up to the cliffs today?
What shall we do instead?
Why don't we explore a little? Or we could come back and sit here and look at the gorgeous trees and colors, soak in the silence. How about a game of backgammon before lunch? Does that sound too relaxing?
Of course not. We can skip the exploration if you'd prefer.
No, no. You're good to me. You know that, don't you?
Let's go to the pier.
Okay. I'm so glad you came here.
Well, now that I have good taste.
Yes, you do.
Thank you. Look at all this wonderful colors.
Oh, I can't get over this. This really is a treat, Tom. These colors.
It's even a little better than dear old Ireland. Now
Now that's really saying a compliment.
Well, that's saying an awful lot. We don't have all that variety.
No?
It's beautiful, though. Oh, look at the water. Isn't it nice?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so
Yeah. Sure is.
Oh, this is heaven. Our own little heaven.
Our own little heaven. That's right. Maybe we'll move up here.
Well, why don't we take it back to New York with us? Huh?
It could be heavy to carry. It wouldn't fit in my suitcase.
Oh. Then let's don't leave.
Why don't you give me a little kiss, huh? Yeah, the nose is real cold. Why don't you thaw it out on my cheek? Oh, how's my nose doing, okay?
I can use
Oh, that's good. Yeah, can I just warm it up a little bit there? You warm enough?
I'm fine.
Oh, you look so nice today.
Thank you.
Don't I look nice, too?
You look wonderful.
Thank you. Oh, you nearly hurt me with that one. Oh, beautiful over there, isn't it, lovely? Those little things over there?
Have a picnic.
Oh, well, we'll have a picnic.
Okay.
I love the rustle of the leaves, don't you?
I love the smell.
Is that pine?
Oh,
You smell
it's a
pine?
mixture of everything.
Yeah. Okay.
I never want to go back. Oh, this is gorgeous.
Look at that color of that water, isn't it? Something else?
So still.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, this is gorgeous.
Okay.
Oh, Tom, this is just beautiful.
Yes.
I can't say it enough. It's gorgeous.
I knew you'd like it.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Tom, it's so beautiful here. I think I could stay here forever.
How do you feel about boats?
I like boats.
Good. Well, then we can explore after all, and all you have to do is sit comfortably in the stern and tell me where to row.
Oh, that sounds terrific.
That should keep you warm.
Oh, great.
Just take your time. Let me get out first. Here you are.
Okay.
Having a good time?
Tom, are you sure this is all right? Does a hotel own this boat?
Well, the lady at the desk said that the boat's at the pier for the use of the guests. So why don't you just hop in
All
and
right.
take your time?
I will.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you can get one oar on here.
Let me see
Yeah.
this down.
That's good. Good. Take that now.
Definitely not a morning for an invigorating swim. Here.
Well, yeah. All on board.
Oh, this water is ice cold. Oh, you'd go 10 yards and freeze solid. I wonder if they can skate here in the winter.
I'm sure they can.
We'll have to come back in January and see. Oh. This is heaven.
Yes.
It's so mysterious out here. Can't you just imagine Henry Hudson's crew? Little old men shriveled like elves, just waiting for an unsuspecting traveler to roll by. And putting him to sleep for 100 years. Oh.
Lady. Last night, our son was elected to the Senate of the United States. I'm not sure I believe it.
Oh, you believe it, John. You of all people. You with all your plans for your children, all your hopes for them, and all the hard work. You believe it, all right. Francis did just what you knew he could do, what you told him so often he could do, which was to live up to the best that was in him.
Last night they were saying the Senate might not be the end, but...
Oh, please stop. Just stop. He's got 2 months before he takes office, and it's a 6-year term, and I've got to send all the good clothes to the cleaners and get my walking shoes resold before I can think of campaigning for anything.
It was a fine party, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed it was. But you know who I missed.
Jillian.
And Edmund.
Oh. You know what you were saying about teaching the kids to live up to the best that's in them, no matter what the cost?
Yes.
Well, the cost this time was very high.
Yes.
I ran into Seneca the other night.
Oh, John, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, well, it was coming back from the hospital with Bob after we stood in for Frank at the House Association political meeting.
And?
I had a big fight with him.
Oh, John.
Well, I couldn't help myself. You see, he thinks that if Edmund knows we're his grandparents and Frank's his father and gets some sense of himself as Orion, well, he'll be confused if Frank can't recognize him.
John, put it away. We have got to, if we're going to have any place in that child's life, we've got to forget the old grievances, no matter how valid they may be. We've got to concentrate on one thing only, what's good for that child and what he's entitled to, which may mean to try again with Seneca, insofar as that's possible.
Trying again with that man be very hard.
Well, it's always hard. I have a little of that to do myself this morning. Siobhan, did you see her?
I think she went down a couple of minutes ago.
Well, now's the time. Wish me luck, hmm?
I do.
Well, good morning, darling.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations to all of us.
Well, some more than others. This pot is full of tea. All you need is a cup.
I looked for you everywhere yesterday, between the voting and the meetings and the interviews, and you were nowhere in sight.
I was job hunting.
Oh. And with any results?
Yeah?
When? Well, before you go into great detail about it, because I want to hear, there's something I need to say to you, Siobhan.
All right.
I want to try to get around what's happened in the last 2 weeks between the two of us.
How do you suggest we do that?
I don't know. I know how to begin, though. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I didn't give you the confidence that you had every right to expect. I never thought you were lying, dear. And I never thought for a minute that you had deliberately said anything to Wes Leonard about that letter of endorsement. But I did believe that you'd probably said, without realizing it, enough to the man to put him on the track. I don't know, I think I'd come down on you so hard about getting out of the campaign, and I was feeling guilty about it, that I was just trying every which way to justify everything I'd said on the subject. I had to believe that I was right in what I said, because I knew By saying what I did, I hurt you. Can you understand that?
Yes.
And then I ended up hurting you more. Siobhan, I've done a lot of thinking, even though there hasn't been much quiet time to think in the last couple of days, but I've been trying to put together what you always say to me, that somehow I don't manage to quite believe in you the way I do the others, Mary especially. And I hope, dear God, I hope that that's not wholly true. But to whatever degree it is true, I'm sorry, dear.
Please don't cry.
No, I'm not going to, I promise. There's so many good things between us. And all of us, it gets in the way. It's a terrible pity.
Mm-hmm. It is.
You must know how much I love you.
I know. Even when I'm mad, I know. See, that's why I get mad, too. Because I love you. And I want my place.
Yes.
I guess I just go about it in the wrong way.
Oh, do you ever?
Why is it that all of a sudden everything seems possible?
Well, maybe that's because we're both trying.
And at the same time.
You know, you say to me that you feel that sometimes I doubt you, that I don't give you the benefit of the doubt. You know, I feel sometimes you set me up for that.
How?
Well, you do something totally outrageous, and you get me off balance, and then when the important thing keeps coming along, then I come down on you too hard because I'm reacting to all of it together.
And I don't back off.
No, you do not. That is the thing. That's what you and Mary both do. You take a stance, and you won't budge an inch. And you inherit that quite rightly. Your father is a case in point where that's concerned. And I've got to confess, I'm not much about giving up or giving in. But I hate the thought that I passed it on to you.
I don't know. I like being Maeve's daughter, even if it is in a negative way.
Now, don't be defensive with me, dear.
I'm not.
But you are. I'm telling you. I mean, that's the thing. When you're defensive or when you're feeling a little bit sorry for yourself, that's when we always get in trouble.
Now, if there's one thing I've tried not to do since I've come home, it's to be self-pitying.
Well, I'm afraid you haven't always been successful.
Now, see, there you go.
No, darling, there you go. You can't expect me to be honest one moment and then not honest the next.
Boy, talk about a setup.
I beg your pardon.
Let us have just one moment, one good time when things are beginning to happen, when there's a reason to try, and you take it away.
All right, now wait, just stop it, please. Let's just stop before one of us loses our temper and we spoil everything. Tell me about your job hunting, and I'll tell you how pleased Francis was yesterday when you came home in time for the interviews and the party.
Mother, I don't think you want to know about my job.
Yes, I do, dear. Does that mean you got one?
Yeah.
Well, doing what?
Working for the Family Planning Conference.
Would you explain that, please?
Starting next week, I'll be working for the Family Planning Conference.
Doing what?
Training.
For what?
To be a counselor on the various services that they have there.
A consultant on family planning?
Right.
Abortion?
No, they handled the information for that elsewhere.
Birth control?
That's right. All forms of birth control, including the rhythm, and birth control is only one part of this. I'll be doing psychological counseling, referrals, I'll be giving information on all sorts of family-oriented problems.
Let's just get back to the birth control part, please.
I know you don't agree with this in principle, but I think the work is very positive, and it can be very valuable to some people, and frankly, I'm very glad at my position.
Siobhan, you know very well that I don't approve of this. No, I can't, and I won't approve of it.
Mother.
You know, would you just stop for a moment, young lady, and ask yourself this question? Where would you be if I had gone to the family conference and asked their advice? Just tell me that.
I don't know. But if you had, maybe you'd have saved yourself a lot of trouble.
It's so comfortable. It's like a big, giant rocking cradle.
Why don't you close your eyes for a while?
Oh, it seems like such a waste when Everything you can see for miles is so incredibly beautiful.
We'll all be here this afternoon, and tomorrow, and the day after. Come on, close your eyes and rest. Sleep if you can.
No. I think I could sleep for days.
Well, go on. Let yourself go.
Are you sure you don't mind?
Of course not. I'll just keep rowing till we're tired, and then we'll just drift.
What if you could change your past? Erica does, every week, because sometimes the only way to move forward is to go back. A new original primetime drama, Being Erica, tonight at 10 on SoapNet.